Hello, Smars here. So, I've been asked on several occasions if I could show people how I actually make my digital comics using Flash. Um, and I've been really hesitant, not because, I don't want to divulge my secrets, not because of that, but because it's really complex if you don't understand Flash, and even more so if you don't understand ActionScript. Having said that, I mean, it's like this. This is the best way I can explain it. This is Goblin. It's a deceptively simple comic. You're looking at it. You click the right side of the comic, and you go forward. You click the left side of the comic, and you go backwards. And, there's stuff, and you can even use the keys to go back and forth. So it's like I said, it's deceptively simple. Um, so this is Flash, and this is Goblin, issue 1, which doesn't have a lot going on inside of it. There's no real a lot of extra going on, but there are multiple layers of things, and one of the things is down here on this layer. If I can get it to respond, there are invisible buttons. So yeah, there are invisible buttons in this, and let me show you. This is what's actually going on behind the scenes. All of this is ActionScript, and this is what's making the comic go. This is what's making it work. And I don't want to explain this. I don't want to have to try to explain how all of this works, how any of this works, because I had to go to school to take classes on this, and I honestly, I barely understand it myself. And the problem is that this is an old form of ActionScript. So it's probably not even the best way to teach anymore. And it's just, I went to school to learn how to do this, and I understood it enough to pass the classes, and I understood it enough that when I came home, I was able to cobble together a functioning digital comic in a self-contained sort of way. That doesn't mean that I'd be able to teach it. Not all of that, because all of that was trial and error, stumbling into stuff, asking other people about their code, and just playing around and adding stuff. I basically made a patchwork of stuff in order to make this comic work. So what I want to do is I want to teach. I feel like that. Well, that was deliberately supposed to be intimidating. Um, what I want to do is I want to teach for anyone that wants to still learn. I want to teach a stripped down version of it, a very basic, a way to do a very basic digital comic in Flash, and it's the way that I first learned. It's a little bit clunkier, but it still functions. It still functions the same, almost the same way that my comics do now. And so I'm going to actually create a couple of videos in this series talking about that. One of them will be about the actual building of the comic, and then I'll probably do stuff on lettering and making word balloons and things like that. And then I'll actually do one on creating the loader and stuff, because you're going to need a loader. If your comic is of a reasonable size, you're going to want a loader. And I'll explain why, when we get to that. But I at least wanted to, in this first video, show you the reason why I've been so hesitant to actually get into teaching this, and then to also say, okay, if you really want to learn, we're going to do a basic introductory digital comic. So, yeah, if you still want to learn, just go forward. All right, so hopefully you'll stick around. All right.